What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of 5 Questions here on the 5. Hey, guess who's back again? Mike's back. Tell a friend. Mike, how you doing?
Nick, doing well today. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing okay. Casual Friday around here. No tie. You're not even wearing a tie. You don't even have the top button. You're not even all the way up. I mean, you're really letting it go on a casual Friday.
Hey, you know, it's the weekend, as Rebecca Black would tell us, that Friday you got to just, enjoy yourself, be casual.
I'm even noticing in the background of your shot, no one's in your newsroom. Where are my writers? Did they all just go home?
Well, Nick, it's actually a rare, nice day in Syracuse, so I think everybody wanted to get out of here a little early, enjoy some of the nice weather. But, hey, I'm here hard at work for this site, making sure everybody out there has new content, so I'm still inside. Hopefully I'll be able to get some sunshine sometime soon, though.
I hope so.
If my boss lets me out, if you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, your boss. You're right. Like, I control anything. So, 5 questions today. Talk about the NBA playoffs. I noticed you've got the playoff beard going. Of course, that's probably not for the NBA playoffs. If I remember correctly, that's more for the NHL playoffs. But
well, if it's for the NBA playoffs, then I'll probably be getting rid of it pretty quick because I think my Sixers are going to bow out pretty early on in the NBA postseason.
Before we get there, let's keep it Northeast-centric and talk about the New York-Boston series coming up. Knicks, Celtics, what do you see?
I think it's going to be a pretty interesting series to watch. You got to point back to the trading deadline when you talk about this series. The Boston Celtics trading away Kendrick Perkins for Jeff Green, making their team worse in the short term with a long-term goal. But, Nick, they might have cost themselves a legitimate chance at winning the NBA championship this season with that trade. With the combination of losing Perkins, the injuries and question marks surrounding both of the O'Neal, Shaquille O'Neal, and Jermaine O'Neal, Boston really is kind of limping into the playoffs here. They've been playing about 500 ball for the past month. On the contrary, Knicks go out and acquire Carmelo Anthony, of course, at the trading deadline. And though you still have to question their ability on defense and their depth, neither team has a real legitimate post presence. I mean, obviously they both have Amari Stoudemire and Kevin Garnett, but I mean that big five neither team has. I think it's going to be a pretty entertaining series to watch. A lot of star power. I think Boston will ultimately prevail, but I wouldn't be shocked on the big stage under the bright lights of Madison Square Garden if the Knicks push this series to 6 or 7.
All right, so now we'll talk about your Philadelphia 76ers playing the Miami Heat. What do you see there?
I think Miami's going to roll in this series. First off, you have to commend the job that Doug Collins has done turning around the 76ers this season after a dismal 3-13 start to the season. Sixers have been one of the top 7 or 8 teams in basketball for the last 55 games of the year, but they're just not at that point yet where they have the ability to knock off a team like Miami. I thought if Philadelphia had drawn Boston in the first round, they might have had a shot at pulling off a first-round upset. It's not going to happen against the Heat. They just do not have the talent to keep up with the big three. They don't have the perimeter defenders to stop both LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. Andre Iguodala might be able to neutralize one of them, but they can't stop the other one. I think Dwayne Wade's going to have a huge series. But for Philadelphia, this is still a very good opportunity. A team that has not been on network television since March 5th of 2006. 3 of their 5 starters have never played in the postseason. 7 players, 23 years or younger on that team getting postseason experience. It's a great opportunity. I think the Sixers might be able to steal a game, but I can't see it going past 5.
So let's head west. We'll talk about Portland and Dallas. Portland, of course, I mean, they just had their MLS opener, the Portland Timbers, of course. They're the new team in town, but the most important one being the Blazers. How do you see this matchup?
Well, Nick, I thought if Portland had drawn the Lakers in the first round, they actually might have had a shot at a first-round upset. I just think the Trailblazers matched up very well against Los Angeles due to their length in the front court and their athleticism. But against Dallas, I really just don't see it. I don't think it's a good matchup for Portland. I think Dirk Nowitzki and that Mavericks team has been playing very strong basketball throughout the second half of the season. I think that will continue into the postseason, and I see Dallas advancing to the second round.
All right, we've got Denver, Oklahoma City. It doesn't sound very sexy, but what do you like in this matchup?
I think this is the matchup to watch in the first round. I think it's going to be the best basketball of any of the 8 matchups in first round of the NBA playoffs. And it's a shame, Nick, that these two teams have to play each other in the first round because they're 2 of the most fun teams to watch in basketball right now. I mean, who would have thought Denver would be in this position? The Ewing theory in full effect with the Nuggets, trading away their best player in Carmelo Anthony. And since they made that trade, since the All-Star break, the Nuggets have been playing their best basketball, you can argue, in the past 2 or 3 seasons. I mean, they are truly a joy to watch, but unfortunately, They have to go up against Oklahoma City in the first round. The Thunder are actually my pick right now to go to the NBA Finals. I absolutely love the team in place in Oklahoma City. The combination of Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook as a 1-2 punch, getting Kendrick Perkins as that big presence in the middle at the trade deadline has really opened up Serge Ibaka to be a great weak side shot blocker. I just think the depth and the young talent that the Thunder have is going to be too much for the Nuggets to overcome there in the first round matchup.
Okay, so if you got Oklahoma in the West, who do you have in the East?
Well, you know, I'm going to go with Chicago in the East. I think they're the best defensive team in the East, and I think you can say that pretty confidently now that Boston has lost Kendrick Perkins. I really love the job that Tom Thibodeau has done as his first year in Chicago as a head coach. Derrick Rose should be the most valuable player in the NBA right now. The combination of Carlos Boozer and Joakim Noah in the middle on defense has been just suffocating against the opposition. I really like the Bulls in the East, and I think they're ultimately going to head to the finals and play the Thunder. And Chicago, Nick, is my pick to win it all.
All right, sounds good. Those are your 5 questions here on The Five with Mike Lederer. Mike, thanks for stopping by. By the way, get out, get some sun. You know, you're looking a little pale, buddy. You sitting inside all day?
I have been inside all day. I'm going to have to get some sunshine.
Yeah, let's get you outside. Take a break.
I'll try my best. Can't make any promises.
All right, thanks, Mike. Take care. Those are your 5 questions here on The Five.